You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems on us.
Got a big bag, let me show me where your friends at, we can flip that. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. I'll show you where the red at, where the blue at. Show you where they flip that, where they bitch at. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game right now.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And I've been seeing a lot of dudes online talking about this tricking lifestyle. You know, why go through the trials and tribulations of dealing with women where you can just get your money up and you can just pay for them to come through, bust their cheeks, and then send them on their way. You know, you could just buy them. You could pay for them. They monetize now, so why deal with dating? You paying anyway if you dating. You paying anyway if you move them in. You got to take care of them. You might as well just give them some money, send them on their way. It's way better. It's more efficient. I keep seeing that. And I did a video a while ago where I talked about the dangers of monetizing your body for women and what can happen on both a spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physical level. Alright, y'all go and check those out because those are some of my best videos, but no one's really talking to the men. Like I said, there's a lot of videos coming out here telling y'all the trick, telling y'all to spend your money. You know, why go through the dating gauntlet where you could just buy V-Box, where you could just buy Yanni, but they're not telling you the other side, the dangers of it on a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level. So I'm going to tell you the dangers of that. I'm going to break it down for y'all since no one else is telling y'all why you shouldn't be tricking as a lifestyle. Because it's not like they're telling y'all, oh, you can trick off one time. You know, you on vacation, you trick off one time. You know what I mean? Oh, just to experience it, you trick off one time. Now, they're telling you to do this as a lifestyle in replacement of dealing with women in a traditional way and actually forming real connections, which you should never do. First of all, here's the issue. All right? Number one. Once you start paying for V-Box, once you start paying for Yanni, you're never going to experience women who are really into you anymore. This is why you see so many damn videos online where dudes talk about why aren't women submissive anymore? Why don't they cook? Why don't they clean? Why won't they listen? Because they're just there for the money. You're dealing with an empty shell of a woman. That's not a whole woman. We're going to get into that later in the video, but that's not a whole woman. Alright? A lot of the times women who monetize themselves, especially when they go all the way to the lengths of monetizing their V-Box or their Yanni, there ain't nothing left in there, ain't no soul in there. She can't love you, she ain't gonna love you. She's never gonna love you. So how can someone who doesn't love you, doesn't care about you, doesn't care about your legacy, or you as a person, why would she do all this extra stuff? For someone to be submissive to you, they have to actually care about you. I told you guys before, you could buy cooperation, you can't buy submission. So you're going to be dealing with the illusion of love, the illusion of care, the illusion of even like. The hell with love and care, of even liking you. It's going to all be illusion. It's going to be fake. Now understand something. If you never developed your confidence, right? If you never developed your ability to articulate, your ability to socialize, if you never developed those things before you started tricking, you're damn sure not going to develop them after because there will be no reason to. Why learn how to socialize? Why learn how to articulate? Why work on your confidence when you can just pay? And these are valuable skills as a man. See, if you just went on semen retention because you said, I don't have my life together yet, or I don't have enough confidence yet, right? Or I don't know how to socialize enough yet, or whatever it is that your issue is that's stopping you from being able to deal with the opposite sex, you will become a better man. Not only are you keeping your aurora through semen retention and not busting it off in these skeezers, but you're also taking the time to perfect yourself and better yourself on all planes. See, it's the confidence that women are really attracted to. This is why I tell you guys all the time, there's no such thing as game. The game is being confident enough to be yourself. That's a gem. Let that breathe. Run it back. The game is being confident enough to be yourself. Once you gain that confidence to be yourself and you truly love yourself and you just come as you are, you're like, hey, baby, you can take it or you can leave it. You're never going to have problems with women again. Because I've told you guys before, I'll tell you again, most of them have self-esteem issues. So there's nothing they like more than having a man around who does not have that problem, who's unapologetically himself, because then they feel like they can be that goddamn way. You're making them more comfortable to be them. That's one of your superpowers as a man. That's why you're supposed to be the leader, because you're supposed to be the confident one, the assured one, the socialite who can articulate complex thoughts in an understandable manner and lead the culture forward. What you're not supposed to do is be like, I'll just buy something, and never develop those skills in the first place. Now, going back to something I said earlier, I said you're dealing with an empty, you're dealing with a soulless woman, right? Now, I want you guys to realize something. This is another gem. Somebody stamp this for me. If you ask any woman, regardless of race, it doesn't even matter where she's at in the world, what's the most valuable thing you can give to a man? 9 out of 10 times, I can almost guarantee she's going to say her Yanni or her V-Box, or she's going to say a child, which really still goes back to the Yanni or the V-Box. 90% of women across the world are going to give you one of those two answers. If you ask them, what's the most valuable thing that you could give to a man? Now you got to ask yourself the next question. If women know the most valuable asset that they have to give to a man who's going to protect them, provide for them, love them, give them a family, and help them look after their family so that they can secure a legacy and they can live a comfortable lifestyle, is her Yanni or her child, what does that say about a woman who would sell it? Now, it's one thing to become a single mother and pick the wrong man and give him the highest honor. It's another thing to willingly go out here and sell your V-Box to dudes you know don't care about you for a financial gain. How low of a woman do you have to be spiritually, physically, emotionally, and mentally to give away your greatest asset or one of your greatest assets for money? Now we're going to take it a step further. To do that in 2023 makes it even lower. The reason why doing that in 2023 makes you even lower as a woman is because in 2023, the world is yours. You guys have to understand, not only are women more educated than they've ever been, they're more educated per capita than men right now. So you could have went out, got you a degree, got you a job, kept your Yanni for yourself and for men who loved you or cared about you, right? You could have went out, got a trade. The hell with college. Maybe college isn't for you. Went out, got a trade, got you a job in your trade field, kept your Yanni to yourself and for men who love and care about you. You could have started a business. Yeah, understand what I'm saying to you? Or you could have just got your GED and worked at a regular entry-level job and climbed your way to the top. All of these things were options besides selling your Yanni. But you decided to take the easy path and take your most valuable asset and monetize it. Here's the problem. The Yanni can never be monetized. No matter how much you sell it for, it's never going to be sold for as much as it's worth. How do you put a price on, I'm probably never going to get married? How do you put a price on, I'll probably never have a family? How do you put a price on, I'll probably never be loved? How do you put a price on what you lose in your spirit when you give up something that's supposed to be enticing your soul, entangling your soul with someone else for money? You can't get any of that back. Then to make matters even worse, a lot of these chicks out here only paying $7.99. So you selling your news and videos of you getting pounded out for $7.99? $1 billion industry, $7.99. Dudes can see you naked. $20 a month. Dudes can see you naked. Pay one time, see you naked. $20. Cancel the subscription. And this is the type of woman you're paying to sleep with. Let that breathe, run it back. A woman who took the most valuable asset given to her by the universe and God and sold it. An invaluable asset, she sold it. You're paying to sleep with her. When there's women who haven't done that, that if you took the time to step into your masculinity, step into your confidence, become a complete man, you could get them without having to pay for anything. And again, do not start comparing dates to paying for V-Bucks. At the end of the day, when you go on a date, you want to go on a date. You're eating the food too. You're playing the game too. Should be interactive. If you're going on a date and you're not enjoying the date, then we gotta have a talk, because now you a simp, and that's a whole nother conversation. That's like a step below paying for the V-Box. Once you start paying for activities you don't want to participate in just to be around the woman. If you're doing it the right way, you should be dealing with people who have similar interests to you, so you should be enjoying the date as much as them. So no, that's not the same thing as paying for the V-Box. False equivalency. But yeah, in 2023, they picked the lowest profession. I want you guys to understand, no matter what religion you believe in, they all look down on prostitutes. Alright? And it doesn't matter if you, this is the oldest profession. Right? You have all these other options now, but no matter how far you go back into the oldest profession, it's looked down upon. Alright? I don't give a damn if you go back to the era where they were called streetwalkers, where they were called harlots, alright, where they were called courtesans, ladies in the night, whatever you want to call it. It's what should I call it? It wasn't positive. Nobody ever looked at a woman selling her V-Box as a positive thing. You were the lowest of the low in literally every single society of life, except for now because we're in Babylon. And again, this is the woman you're buying. She has no soul. She has no spirit. Going back to what I said earlier, you dudes run around, how come I can't get these women to be submissive? Because these women have no soul left. They sold it for money. Then they got the money. Some of them out here making $10K a month, millionaires, but they're still not happy. They ain't going to be happy because they gave up their soul to get the money. So if you're sleeping and rolling around with a woman who's vibrating on a level that damn low, what do you think that's going to do to your level of vibration? Because spiritual energy is an exchange just from talking and being in presence. Once you take it to the level of sex, y'all really exchanging energies. So you're exchanging energy with a woman who gave up on all her other talents in life, gave up on even trying, and took the easy way out and gave her V-Box up to try to make bread. Knowing that the lifespan of a sex worker is about equivalent to the lifespan of an athlete. You got about 4 years, you better get your money fast. Before you coked out, somebody kills your ass, or you get an STD and you crap out. That's what you got. And that's what you gave up your most valuable asset for. And that's what we telling young men to get a bunch of money to pay for. And that's the trap of money. Look, I done fell for it myself. Sometimes you're making so much bread in your head, you think, yo, I could just take her here. Take me there. I want to go there. Let's go there. Take me anywhere. I could just take her there, buy her something real shiny, and probably clap tonight. But then I'd be having to remind myself who I am. I was just talking with my friends about that. We was having that same conversation where he was saying, yo, I started spending so much money at a point, I had to catch myself and say, wait a minute. I'm not one of these dudes who has to do this. I'm not 40, 50, 60 years old. I'm not ugly. I don't not have a personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have all these other attributes to myself. I know how to fix things. I'm running a business. I'm making good money. I got a whip. I got a little castle that we can continue to build. I got a clean body. I don't got dirty blood. Alright? I don't got no STDs, no STIs, none of that. I have all this other worth outside of my money. Why am I leading with my money? Because it's easy? Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna lead with who I am. Because who I am is dope. Sometimes you have to catch yourself when you get money. But the problem is you have so many of these old bitter dudes online who done already been played out, who done already been suckered, and they won't tell y'all, but a lot of it's because they used said money and married a woman who only liked them for said money, and they fell off and there was nothing left. There was no spiritual attachment. They didn't have the same religion, no emotional attachment, no mental attachment, right? They didn't even never get her up here. They don't have nothing in common, none of that. They just seen the physical and was like, I got money. And she's just seeing the dollar signs. Then they're surprised and they're mad and they're bitter when it breaks up. You gotta really think about this, guys. Do you really want to spend the rest of your life exchanging money for social interactions? It's old men who go to the strip club who pay for women with no souls just to sit there and pretend to listen to them and care. Because they don't know how to go about it any other way. Because they've been triggered for so long. They've had so much money for so long and they never worked on themselves for so long. They gotta pay a woman to listen to them, bitch. Why do that when there's broke dudes out here with no money can get women to listen to anything they got to say and take care of them? You gotta find your own self-worth. If you're paying for the trick, you're no better than the trick. Let that breathe, run it back. If you are paying for the trick, how are you any better than the trick? Even the women who sell the V-Box will tell you that they look down on tricks more than they look down on themselves. And most of them will tell you they look down on themselves. Why do you think most women quit or try to turn their lives around? They go Mia Khalifa, now she want to get married, be a good girl. They go Lana Rose, want to get married now, be a good girl, have a kid. Black China, want to change her whole thing around because it's draining to your soul and spirit. These are low vibrational. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's no way around it. This is what they are at the end of the day. And there's not much jokes in this video, none of that, because I'm being serious about this. Because it's a topic that needs to be touched upon more. You working your ass off to pay for literally the lowest women on the planet, who don't even want to do what they're doing, are going to try to 360 it. Do you really want to be that old man in the strip club paying a woman not to sleep with her, not even to touch her, or dance with her, or none of that, just for her to listen to what you got to say because you want to be in the presence of feminine energy? And it's barely there in the strip club, but that little bit, you want some of it. You want some of it. So you're paying for it. You really want to get to a point in life where you're paying for conversation? You guys got to start asking yourselves this before you even go down the trickin' rabbit hole. Because that's exactly what it is. It's a rabbit hole. It's like its own matrix. And a lot of the times once you pop down that hole, you're not popping back out of it. You're going to lose your ability to attract women with your divine masculine, which is your personality, your masculinity. You're going to lose that ability because you traded it in for the ways of the world, the ways of the matrix, which is money. Never give up your spiritual power, your willpower, what really attracts women to you, which is your charisma, or your riz, as NC would say. But getting past all that, it's just yourself. It's who you are. It's your soul, your being, your essence, your charm. That's you. Never give that up. That's your superpower as a man. The best thing that you have for yourself. And once you go down that tricking path, you lose more and more and more and more and more of that. You become a shell of yourself till eventually you ain't no better than the trick. And there ain't nothing left of you either. You're a shell of yourself. You soulless. You gave it all up for the bread. That's my thoughts on that. I hate this new tricking era. It needs to stop. Men need to get back to being men and just stepping up and talking they talk and doing their thing and being confident in themselves and loving who they are before the money even comes. The money should be the icing on the cake, not the batter. I am Alex and I am out. Peace.